There she is. Yay. Let me remove this one. And I went live, Jennifer, because
That's
I
okay.
can't stand being late and it's already 1:18. So I went ahead and went live and this is going to pop up on my other there. I need to mute that so it can't be but yeah, so there we are. And hello everybody. We're just going to keep going and wait on you to show up, or we're not going to wait on you to show up. We're just going to go ahead and start talking. So, Jennifer and I know you can't see Jennifer right now, but Jennifer, as you know, is renovating yet another property, and what she is looking for advice on today is turning that shed over there, this one that's right here. I don't know, you probably can't see my mouse, but go over and focus on the shed there. There we go. That shed right there. She wants to know what she can do to turn it into a usable chicken coop. Now, the building itself is not in the best of shape, so it's not going to, like, she can't just fix up the building and and make it beautiful. It's well, she'll show you. We'll show you. Do you want to start going down towards there, Jennifer?
Absolutely. So, hey everyone, I'm Jennifer Ocean Homestead, and this is my backyard. So, before we start, I did want to let you know that we have seed giveaways we are going to try. So, I said we're going to try. Hopefully, it'll work. So, we're going to try. For the giveaway tool on your chat, in the live chat, if you type in hashtag sparkles, then you are entered into the seed giveaway, and we are going to experiment with a seed giveaway. So stay tuned, and also put your advice and comments in the chat, and if you're watching the replay, put them in the replay so I can try and make this work. So I'm going to show you what I have to work with. This is at the new house. This house I had to purchase as a foreclosure as is. So as is means with all the junk and everything. So I need to have chickens, and my option is build from scratch or try and use what I have to work with. So this here originally was not here on the property. It was moved here by previous owners. And of all the places to put this, they put it on a hill. So it's slightly sagging, but temporarily it looks fine. So I'm going to just let you know what my purpose is so you can get a better idea on what makes the most sense on how to fix this. So unfortunately, I've only been here 7 months and I have to move. So when the other house sells, I'm moving because the neighbors are too much for me. So I do not want to put money or work into something that is only short term. I only need it to be 100% safe and secure for my hens so that the wildlife cannot get to them. That's it. So I just need to know how to do this and on a super cheap budget, and I'm by myself. So I don't have help. So I'm going to show you where we start. Now, I'll show you the outside. It is
You
made
all.
of solid wood. So there's no plywood. It is solid wood. And the roof, it does have a good tin roof, but the wind blew up this one part. Can't really hear much breaking out. And we do have a hole right there. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is on a cliff. Behind the junk is a cliff. And the brook is right there. You might be able to see the water. So now we can go inside and take a look. I can't show you the back because it's on a cliff. But let me know what your advice is. So there's some wood here. I don't know why. And then we have rot. So the foundation, not good, but it is solid wood floorboards. This door, unfortunately, it does not open or close. It is stuck. So somehow I have to figure out a new door. But my thought is I'm not going to put this as a full coop. I thought maybe just this one section. And I was thinking a 2x4 frame with 1/4-inch galvanized steel hardware cloth. And so I can come in here, which means I don't have to repair the door. I can just put a new door on the outside. And I can have a door in here in the frame, and the hens can be like in here. And then this here would just be open, so I don't have to fix it. So here we have a broken window, which I am not fixing. But I could put the 1/4-inch galvanized steel hardware cloth along here to make sure the wildlife doesn't get in here. You can see the tin roof. Pretty good, actually. It's just that one spot that's pretty bad. Well, it's only like a couple inches, a little strip that came off. So this here is the back. And you can see it is solid floors. Well, solid wood, but there are a few weak spots right in here. And that's fine. So this is my garden stuff. I did not touch anything in here yet since I moved in, except I put garden stuff in here and my garden hose. All the rest of the stuff came with the house, so I don't even know what's up there. But I do have some supplies to work with. So here again, we have the flooring. There's that hole, which isn't somewhat easy fix, but I want to show you something. So look straight at the back wall. I don't know if you can see, but the wall, the wood, it's not straight. That is because this pool house is actually shifting down the cliff. So I'm just trying to make do with what I got. And structurally, I think it's good enough, I think, for chickens just temporarily, but long term, it's not going to be something that you're going to want to, keep here. I would love to tear it down, reuse the wood, build a new one, but I can't do that. So I just want to see what your ideas are and your thoughts on how I can make this work without putting any money into it. I do have the galvanized steel hardware cloth. I have 2 rolls of it. So I do have that to work with. And if I just have to buy a little bit of 2x4s, I may be able to do that. But I've never had chickens before. I am a first-time chicken owner. And I'm out in the woods in the country. There are so many things out here. I've only seen deer, but apparently there are raccoons and there are bears and there is everything out here. So the point of, or the main focus on a coop is security. So let me know if this is okay. And also, because I don't know anything about chickens, how many hens would it be okay to put in here? I'm not going to use the whole thing up as a coop because then I have to fix it all. So if I just use this half and I kind of fence it in with some wall framing and hardware cloth, how many hens can I put in there? So that's what I want to know, is how many I could put in here and what your thoughts are. So let me know. And if you're wondering what's up here, I don't actually know because I've never looked. So, but I can use any of this. I see we do have some wood, so that's good. I don't know what's up here, but let's take a look.
Oh, that's interesting. It looks like you have lots of wooden stuff that you could hopefully build some framing with. What is that big round thing that's down on the bottom floor? Is that like an air conditioner or a heater or something?
Yes, that is another selling feature of this home. We have a useless central air system because the house doesn't even have central air. So here's another piece of junk I have to get rid of.
But you have it
Have
in the
you ever?
pool house.
Pardon?
Okay, so my big concern was looking at this. Like, if you have bears around there, bear could rip into that like no tomorrow. Those boards, especially down at the bottom, don't look super sturdy. So I would be concerned about like maybe framing that in and sealing it up a little better. So that, because like right now it's got a little bit of a gap and a bear could get its paw under there and just rip those boards right out. So, especially in that corner where you were looking at, where it was going kind of crooked. Oh, there's some Christmas decorations up there. It looks like some old chairs.
Well, I did see, I think that's the vacuum for the pool. And I do see some skis.
Yeah.
So let me get you down here. I jumped my tripod. And I keep tripping on this inner tube for the pool. But hey, I could probably use it for something. So, but yeah, so that is my big problem is I don't know what to do to keep them safe. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Is this bear proof? And I have not seen
That
bears at this
corner,
property, but there probably is a bunch.
yeah, that corner there is definitely not bear proof the way that it is. Like you can see the gaps down at the bottom there?
Right.
Like any one of those a bear could get its claws in and just that wood is probably soft enough or frail enough that it'd just rip it right off.
So what I'm kind of thinking is on a budget, like,
Right.
is it okay if I put the 1/4 inch galvanized steel hardware cloth down on the ground on top of this wood section and then maybe not even go all the way to the end because the wood here on the floor seems to be good. I don't know if I can move this here. Oh my gosh. So the flooring here seems fairly decent. So I don't have to use the whole thing as the coop. I could pick the good part of the floor. And I'm thinking maybe the hardware cloth, then put some like a wall framing, maybe around here, come
Hmm.
out to maybe here, and then go down there and there, maybe just before that hole, and then I can patch that hole up. So that's what I need to know because I don't know. I don't, construction's not my thing, but I am learning. So will 2x4s and hardware cloth be enough if I put it in here and I can actually just kind of build a coop inside of here? And then this, yeah, this door here. So I can't see comments. So except unless you put him on the screen. Thank you, Lori. So
Okay, well, yeah, I popped Eric's up there because that was quite
okay.
interesting.
Oh, now I have to try and read it. You know how small this screen
It
is.
says the door won't open because the shed is not square to the ground. It has shifted probably over the hill. Very unsafe. I don't think I would use it. Not to be the bearer of bad news, but red flag for me.
Okay, that's what I need to know because I can't afford to go building stuff. So, and I
Right.
don't have help. But my first thought is this is actually really good wood. So, ideally, I would love to have taken the floorboards up and used them to build a coop from scratch. But this is
I
what I
think
have to
you,
work with. So, it's like if I can manage to secure this on a budget, then I can get chickens. But I don't have the help or the means to build from scratch at this point.
right.
And I want to see,
It's
you know
too
what?
bad you don't have somebody who could help you tear that thing down and then use all the
I
wood and
know.
build something.
Yeah, that would be so nice. But no, I have no help. So I had to do it myself or it don't get done.
Yeah.
I am going to try and show you the back so you can get a better view. I have not been in here yet. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well,
Look at
don't
all these
fall. You need to
treasures.
get yourself a head strap or something so you can use both hands.
I know. I need them too because I almost tripped on this. First, I
Yeah,
did
well, we
want to
don't
point
want to see
out.
you tumbling into the creek, Jennifer. So,
Oh, first, I did want to point something out because if you have not seen Lori's video on her backyard, you should check it out. Oh my gosh, we have matching metal things in the ground that we have to dig out.
that's
You see under that?
hilarious.
See
I
with those
wonder if
bricks?
yours is a dryer drum.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what that is, but it's filled with dirt and bricks and
Yeah,
trees
yeah.
growing out of it.
Too funny.
So, however, this is a good little pile to have because now I have
Yeah,
bricks.
yeah. Lots of nice bricks.
And so I also have these patio stones. There's piles of them under the leaves. So I have patio stones and I have bricks. So I do have some resources came with the house. Now, honestly, I'm not even sure if it's safe to even go back there,
Yeah.
but I might be able to.
It,
Well, how much time do we have?
we still have lots of time. We're only at
All right.
1:30, so we've only
You
been
know
going
what?
for a little
There
over
is
15
actually
minutes.
yeah, there is a trail. There is a little trail here. I'm going to use that because it's safer. So,
Okay. Well,
how much
Eric
time do we
also
have?
says that with the 100 or so pounds of wood up in the rafters, that's super dangerous too. On top of that, because those,
Oh,
anytime that shifts, those could come piling down on top of whatever's down there.
see, I never even thought about the weight of that on this building too.
Yeah,
So, yeah, and that came with the house too.
yeah.
That's not
Eric's
mine.
a pretty smart guy.
That is not mine. Just so you know, came with the house. So let me.
Oh my.
So and here's the other thing. So my chickens are also going to need a run. So
Yeah,
wherever my chicken coop is, I have to have a run. So I have an option. So if I can make this into a coop, then I can always put a run in front of it. And I can show you over here. Oh, there is junk pile number one. Another selling feature of this house. And so I can make a run here. I have a good space. This eyesore is coming down probably tomorrow. I'm cutting it down myself. So that's good. But it is holding up the fence. So if you notice, the fence is all fallen down around the pool. So yeah. But other option, I can put a run here. Just has to be cleaned up. And they will be living the life with waterfront run. You can see, I don't know if you can see the waterfall down there, but it's beautiful. So I can put a run here and the hole is already there.
oh, there you go.
So this is what I need to know. Um, if I can somehow make that a chicken coop that'll at least hold up for 1 year, that'll give me time to build a better one.
Yeah.
Then is this okay to put a run
Well, how soon do you think you'll be moving?
as soon as I sell the other house? But I have to be able to move out
Okay,
of it first. So I'm only half
gotcha.
moved. So
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
as soon as I can find someone to drive the U-Haul truck for me to get the rest of my things, then
Yeah,
I can sell the house. And then as soon as the house sells, I can buy land in a remote area, and then I can start building my homestead out there.
yeah, yeah.
And
You
my
know, looking at that
actual
shed from this angle, Jennifer, I would not use that thing for anything other than tearing it down. That sucker looks like it's about to fall anytime. Like, look at that roof. That's no, that's just not safe.
I'm gonna try and put the camera straight so you get an idea of the let me see. There.
Angle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
You
you
should
see
never
the
go in
boards?
there again, Jennifer. Never go in there again.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the tripod up so you can get a better view of the roof.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks like tetanus waiting to happen.
Well, I try to be hopeful, you know. I'm like,
No,
I could fix it.
it's good to have hope, but holy
Okay.
cow.
So here's another problem. There's 5-foot picker bushes everywhere, and I'm covered in pickers right now.
Oh no.
But here's the best I can do. Can you see the cliff?
Yes,
That is where the pool house is headed. So,
yes,
but
yes. And you do not want to be in there when it does that.
yeah. So there is one benefit though to one of the many junk piles is it's holding up the pool house. Can you see the
Oh,
junk
yeah,
pile?
yeah, yeah.
So the junk pile and the broken windows at the back is actually holding it from falling down the cliff. But,
Yeah, I'm
you know,
pretty sure. I'm just gonna say off the top of my head that you probably shouldn't use it.
whoa. So, okay, so, oh,
You'd be
now,
better off buying a great big dog cage and sticking your chickens in there, letting them out
oh,
during the day.
well, I need about 50 of them, so I don't think
You
that
know,
would work.
Trey has an excellent video on how to make a chicken tractor where you move it
Um,
around to
yeah,
different places every couple of days.
so I thought of that, but again, we have wildlife here, and they would just dig under the ground and come and get them.
Yeah, no,
Plus,
she had a coop. She had a coop for them, a safe coop for them to go in at
oh,
night.
okay. Yeah, so if I'm
Um,
outside here with them during the day, then it's fine because I can watch. But we also have the other selling feature of the house, and that is Barky. Her and her mom come almost every day, and they come to my house and just bark and bark and bark nonstop. So I have the dogs that down the road that the people will not keep in their yard. They're here almost every day. So on top of the wildlife, I have the dogs.
oh, great.
So that's the problem too, is with a tractor or a run, I have to make sure them dogs can't get at my chickens because they could dig under and then come inside.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is the coop or the pool house. So I need all the feedback I can. If this is not good to use as a temporary coop, now I have the next project. Okay, then what do I do? So I need to know how to build a good sized chicken coop on a budget that is fully safe and secure because I have to have enough hens for me and my pets because I feed them natural, they eat eggs, and I also need to sell them to make money. So I need to build a fairly decent size coop.
Well, I hate to say this, and I know it's doing it by yourself is going to be super hard, but um, I would start looking at how to rip it up and repurpose the wood
Yeah.
and find some way of getting all that down from the top. Like, even if you got all that down from the top
Yeah.
so that wasn't in threat of collapsing, maybe you could throw something in there.
Mhm.
I don't know. Brett says that, where was that by Brett? He said he would use it for chickens. Why not?
Well, as the thing, it's only temporary until I can build a better one as soon as I can move. So, yeah, it's not ideal. It is
Patty.
horrible. But I'm just, if I can't use this, then I have to figure out, okay, then what do I do? Because I have to have chickens and I need them now.
Right.
Okay, so giveaway number one, let me show you. So we have habanero, orange peppers, moneymaker tomato, and dark opal basil, or you can pick card number 2. And that one has golden calendar, sweet peppers, Russian big Roma tomato, and cinnamonette basil. Okay, Lori, do you know how to spin it?
I do, but I was just giving everybody. There were some new people that
Okay.
came in, so I was going to give them a few minutes to put their sparkles in there. I don't see
Yes.
Tinkerer's wife yet, and I don't think I saw butt nuggets or.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting, let me show you the view from the broken window. So, actually, you know what? I should have thought of this. So, this gives you a better idea what's behind the coop.
Mom sent this to Beck, who finished a chicken coop recently. If you have ever seen anything she's renovated, she knows she does them with safety and artistry in mind. I haven't ever. This is a giveaway, Patty. Type hashtag sparkles in the comments and you will be entered in the giveaway. It shouldn't be showing on Facebook. I set it only to stream to my YouTube. Is it on Facebook? That would be really weird.
Oh, and there's an iron railing, so I have another thing I can use. I
Oh,
could probably put 1/4-inch galvanized steel hardware cloth over that and make a door.
oh, there you go.
Then nothing can get through the rails. There's some bike tires. So that's the view out the window. Oh, it's nice. Nice little breeze out there. Let's see. I did, however, notice I at least got one thing for the pool. I got the brush to clean my pool. Let's see. So, oh, yes. And to help fund my project, if anybody is interested in buying this lovely antique car part thing, I would be happy to sell it or auction it. We have two, his and hers. So if you are interested in antique
That's vintage. You should actually pull that off of there and put them on
eBay,
eBay or something.
and I'll even throw in an antique old key.
Is it a
So
Pinto key?
I don't, it probably could be. And if anybody else is into antiques, we have two old metal toolbox things. But you have to clean them yourself because I'm not touching them. They are pretty gross, but they are metal. This here, I don't know what it is though. There is a box right there. And I'm curious, see what's in it. So that will be another day.
Well,
But
there's another Pinto car part too.
oh my gosh, there is another Pinto car.
That looks like it's off the dash or something.
Well, if you're interested, I can auction off a 3-piece set.
There you go. That's hilarious. My
I
goodness.
don't know if you can see it. Let me try and get my camera up here. I think that's the skimmer, but it's missing the screen.
Okay.
You see the blue?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let me get that
That's your
done.
skimmer.
Yeah, so I at least have two pool things. I don't know if that vacuum works or not, but hey, I will try it. And I have skis, so that's good. Now in the wintertime, I'll be able to get to my chicken coop. So, let's see.
Okay, so are we ready to do the giveaway?
So we'll do one right now and then one when we're
Okay.
done.
I'm just going to go ahead and pull that over there and start.
So exciting!
So exciting! I hope I win. I don't know. Can I win?
Of course. And I will happily ship to
I need
Canada
cheese.
and
I
the
need
United
cheese.
States.
Oh.
I didn't even enter.
That's
How am I
hilarious.
aware? Respin. I didn't even touch anything. That is so weird.
You must have typed hashtag sparkles at one point or another.
No,
Maybe
because
to
I
tell
didn't even
people.
open YouTube. That is so weird.
Well, you could have done it in the comments here. There you go. Karen G
Congratulations.
Audio.
So, Karen, would you like, let me see here. We have two options. So, we have the golden calendar sweet pepper with Russian big Roma tomato and a cinnamonette basil. Or the next card, we'll call it card number 2. And card number 2 is a habanero orange pepper with moneymaker tomato and dark opal basil. So let me know which one you want, card number 1 or card number 2.
Okay, so I'm going to reset this, and I believe you have to. Oh, no, okay, everybody's still in it. So we'll do the other giveaway in a little
At the end.
while.
So this actually is one of the few things that's actually usable that was on this property. This is that basket thing that you hook on the back of a car to, is it your hitch or something?
Okay.
Yeah, it's solid metal.
Luggage and
So
stuff, or
yeah, so you hook this onto the back of your car, and then you can put stuff here and tie it. So
yeah,
if you have no room in your trunk, or you just don't want to put like stuff in your trunk, so I can actually sell that and try and get some money to for my chickens and my chicken.
yeah. There you go.
So I'm finding the odd sellable thing in here. But there's no plywood. It's all wood. So
Yeah.
I kind of think it's somewhat decent. If I can get this taken apart, the wood
I
seems
wonder
fairly
if
decent.
you could find like a company around you that does stuff with old wood that might be willing to come and take it apart for you and
And then we split.
leave
Maybe
you
they get
some of the
half and
wood,
I get
and
half.
yeah, that's what
And
I'm thinking.
yeah, and the tin roof. If anybody would like to help me with figuring out how to take this stuff apart, I can take this roof apart and I can reuse the metal roofing. I'm just trying not to trip and fall because let me tell you, this is not fun. So
No.
I have to go very carefully. But yeah, if someone's willing to help me later, not right now, I would like to get up on there with a ladder and my camera and go live, and people can tell me this is what you need, because I don't know what tools I need. I don't even know how you take this stuff apart because I could reuse most of this. It's just that one section that's not good.
Yeah, see a reclamation company or Karen says just start selling everything in there, and then you'll have the money to replace it. Like
Yeah.
that's good. That's good wood. Still, it's not disintegrating.
And if there's anybody here that's into those antlers you put on the wall, I will happily sell these to you as well. And it's a 2-pack.
This is at the back of Jennifer's property, Mom.
So this will be a 2-pack. You get the skull with the antlers.
Oh, goody.
Yes. And I might even autograph it.
Well, what's a set of antlers without a skull, right?
I know. So this here though, I'm happy to see this because I've always wanted one of those clotheslines with the wheel. So that I will actually keep. It does have a line to dry your towels though. I'm not sure if you can see it. That's what's holding the skull up. But there is a line and it goes all the way to a tree. So that means I can use this. I think it's like old cable wire, so it's metal inside. So I can cut this, and that's another supply that I can actually use. I can use that long cord. And don't forget, I have patio stones and bricks.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking if I have to build from scratch, I could probably use patio stones on the floor so it makes it harder for critters to dig underground and come up if I have patio stones down.
That would definitely help if you had them all like
There's a lot. I know it's hard
there
to
is a
see because
lot.
of the leaves, but there's probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's probably, and then there's 6 in that one, 12, 18, 20. I've probably got at least 30 patio stones. So I could always make a floor if I had to start from scratch. And there's some of the other ones. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you think that I could build a chicken coop inside of here and it would be safe, let me know what your ideas are. And if you think it's crap and should be torn down, let me know, because again, I'm just learning and I need everyone to help me so that I can learn, because I was never raised being taught anything about construction, so I don't know. Is this wood safe? Is it not? I don't know anything. That is not my strength, and I need to learn construction and building. And oh my gosh, I forgot to show you. So I have a lot of other wood but I have to take it apart, and that's a lot of work. So I do have all of this stuff here I can somehow use. I think there's a deck under there with the cement blocks and this stuff here. Might be able to use those hinges off this gate. So if I
Oh, that's
can,
looking
there's
surprisingly good shape.
yeah. So this was the fencing from around the pool. Well, pile one of it. So I believe there's another hinge under behind this wood. So that would give me 2 hinges for a door, and I don't have to buy them. So I do have some wood, but I don't know what shape it's in. So I do have some supplies, but keep in mind I don't have help. So I have to do everything myself. So it's not as easy as just do this and just do that. It has to be something
Yeah.
that's easily done by one person. And
Well, you know what would be easy to do? Pick up
what?
the phone and call a reclamation company and ask them if they split the wood with you when you tear it down.
Oh, I would just
That
be
would be
so
that would be
happy.
relatively easy to do.
And this all has to come down. So this is all wood that I can repurpose if it's
Yeah.
salvageable. Seems to be somewhat decent. So this is what I'm working with. I do also have some patio stones here that are larger that were used for the pool. So this is what I have. And then over here in junk pile number 3, there is some more scrap wood that I could use if any of it's good. And some
Yeah.
random
Can you see
bricks.
Patty's message? She says, be sure to put a good foundation under those patio stones when you do anything with them. Good info for asking at any home improvement store on construction. They would be super for answering a bunch of your questions. And then she says, you need a knowledgeable friend there to mentor you.
I really do, but I don't have one. So I am going to turn to my YouTube knowledgeable friends and try and get some help. But I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see down there. So this is what I'm working with, and I just need as much advice and feedback as possible because ideally it's a whole lot easier for me to just build a good coop inside of here than to have to tear it down because that's a lot of work and I can't do it myself. And we don't have services out here. Keep in mind, I am
Ah,
so rural out here. It's a village. There's not even enough people to call it a town. And
okay.
to if you need some kind of service, they're coming from way out of town like 30 to 60 minutes away. If
Yeah.
there's
So
even
that,
something
yeah.
available, I am not in the city. So
Dang it.
this is the pool house that I'm working with, and this is what I'm looking for some help with. So if you enjoyed my little walk around to see what's on this property and how I can use it, let us know if you'd like us to come back next Saturday with something different. And we can have another episode. But it won't be the pool house, it will be something different.
Absolutely.
So we would like your feedback. Let us know. Would you like us to come back next Saturday?
Next Saturday with more questions and more non-answers.
There's also a tarp under the leaves down the garbage dump hill, and I did see an old like a mattress, those blow up mattresses
Yeah.
that I thought, I could actually like scrub it clean and use it for something. So I thought, I'm not going to buy linoleum to put on the bottom of the chicken coop. So I could actually use that mattress or that garbage mattress.
Yeah.
Oh my! And I could put that on the floor and save money. Tell me
Well,
if
Karen
you
said
have.
yes to next Saturday.
Tell me if you have these all over your house.
Caterpillars?
Yes, they are copper and black. At the other house, they are everywhere and they do not die.
Oh
So
my.
when I was moving stuff, I had thrown a bunch of stuff in garbage bags and then just moved it here, stuck it in the garage all winter. Months later, as I was slowly opening things to unpack, I unpacked and there was one of these still alive. It was in the garbage bag with like containers for probably 4 months. And the thing was still walking around.
Well, they're pretty resilient apparently.
Well, I had done some research, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently, if you look at the copper part and the black, there's a chart. And each area has different ones, and that will tell you what your weather's going to be like. So apparently, I think like if you're going to have an early summer, then the copper is a different width, or there's, I don't know, but there's a chart for these caterpillars, and you can match your caterpillar to the chart, and it gives you info.
Patty says they're called a woolly bear. What do they
Oh,
turn into, Patty?
oh, he's Oh, he's flexing his muscles. Look at him go.
Winter weather tellers. And how do they like so if the red part is longer or bigger, it's going to be a worse winter or how does that work?
I think that's what the chart I saw 2 years ago was. You can tell by the copper part.
Okay. How big it is?
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
We have about 15 minutes.
Okay, good. So here is that match. I think it was one of those blow up mattresses. It's green.
Okay.
Yeah, it's green. So
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
another thing I can use. I don't know if you can see it down there. And let's see, we have some metal piping. I think that's for a basketball net. There's some hollow metal piping. And actually, there's two of those. Actually, no, I see three: a light blue, a dark blue, and a green of those blow up mattresses. I could wash them
Okay.
and we could put that on the floor and then put dirt on top and then yeah. So it'd be easy to clean when I clean out the coop instead of scrubbing it off of some wood flooring.
Yeah. That just sink into the wood flooring.
Now I don't know if you can see it from here, but can you see that water? It's
Yeah.
so nice. I would like to live in this spot. It is the most beautiful view. But the trees do have to get trimmed a bit to be able to see it.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
you can see it a little bit better.
Yeah, so I'm happy to accept all ideas. And if you think I need to build a new one, let me know what your thoughts are for
Well,
building on
I
a
would
tight
feel
budget.
more I would feel much more comfortable with you using that space to build something in if you took everything off the rafters.
Yeah, so I'm just
I mean, I
thinking.
still wouldn't feel comfortable with it, but I would be more okay with it.
Yeah, because I'm looking here and it's held up fairly decently. There's like 2 layers of the 2x4s. And keep in mind, out here, wood is not from the store. It is milled from the wood on your property. So this
Yeah.
is much better quality. This is not like Home Depot wood.
Right,
So
but well, exactly, it probably weighs a ton.
yeah. So I think so. I did have a neighbor when I first moved in that was out here, and I asked him some questions. He said, "Oh, structurally, it's perfectly fine to use as a shed or something else." Yeah, you can tell it's tilting, and you can see the wood is crooked because it's falling
Yeah.
down the hill. But temporarily, he said I should be able to get another few years out of it, as long as it's just for light things. So yeah, if I do take all this down, then
Yeah, because I
It'll
mean,
be
I hate to
okay.
see you build something in there and put your chickens in there, and then one night have a bit of a storm and everything comes crashing down
Yeah, that's my
on
problem.
top of your chickens.
Yeah, so if I have to build, if I'm building something, I I make sure I use the best quality supplies, and I make sure it'll last forever so I don't have to build it again. And
Yeah,
I always make sure that whatever I build is movable so that whenever I move, I can take it with me. So keep in
yeah.
mind, if you have advice for me on how to
Hi,
build
Jen.
on a budget, it has to be something that I can move with me so I don't have to build it twice.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see.
That makes it a little more difficult, especially with how many chickens you want. Like, it'd be one thing if you
Yeah.
just wanted two or three chickens. That's something that's
Oh,
pretty easy to move, right? But if
yeah.
you want 50 chickens, that's gonna have to be a fairly large coop that you're gonna have for them. I would think. I don't know nothing about keeping chickens. Jan would probably know more. I think Jan has chickens, don't you, Jan?
Yeah, she has one named Jennifer Sparkles too.
Oh yeah, here, let me put that back up there because we have a new person in here. I have to switch scenes. And my camera is not on, folks, because my computer is dying. And
Oh,
it was locking up something fierce when I had my camera on. So I was hoping that turning it off would help, and at least I'm able to stream and talk. But yeah, it's definitely on its last legs, I think. It's not doing good. Remember that sound it made the other day, Jennifer?
yeah, it sounded like that old internet dial up.
Yeah.
I actually thought she had old internet dial up and I felt bad.
You felt so bad for me. I hear you.
I haven't even seen what's up here, so let me know if there's anything interesting. You get a first
There's
exclusive.
there's some weird looking stuff. That looks like almost like a pool cue.
Oh, I need pool stuff.
It doesn't look in very good condition. Okay, so Jan says that she has an 8 by 10 coop and she has 20 chickens.
Okay. That's a good little estimate thing because that's what I need to know. So, if it would be somewhat safe to just build a coop inside of here. So, I don't want to turn this into a coop as far as like, you know, redoing walls and stuff. I was just thinking of just making 2x4 framing, like some wall framing, and build a coop maybe in the middle or towards like the back part, and then put quarter-inch galvanized
Mm,
steel hardware cloth along my framing and a door. So so the coop would be inside of here just to make it a little more secure. Obviously not that much secure, but it's better than just being outside. So these are just some options.
yeah, I think I'd avoid going, like, I think I'd stay as far away from the back as you can.
Uh, yeah, especially yeah, because those windows too, they're so easy to break. But I could put the quarter-inch galvanized steel hardware cloth on top of those windows. I am not replacing the
Well, I'd be
windows.
more worried at any weight at the back,
Yeah.
um, pulling it down more.
Well, yeah, because you saw the junk piles holding it up from falling down the hill. So
Right, right. But well, I guess your junk pile could just add to it if it slipped even further.
yeah, so that's the other thing too. I don't know how long this is going to last before it falls down the hill. But
Right.
if I can at least get 1 year out of it, because it will at least buy me some time before, um, well, so I can build a new one. So if I can use this for, all summer long, and then somehow I can get the supplies to build a new one, then I can always build a new one in the fall and then move them in the fall. So this is only meant for temporary. So maybe 1 to 2 years, just until I get something better. Oh, here we go. So I can use, we have some hinges here that I can use. There's two. So
Take care,
I'm
Patty.
trying, I'm
Thanks for
trying very
popping in.
hard to use everything that I can find on this property so I don't have to buy it.
Well, there's lots of usable material for sure.
Yeah.
You know, between the
See,
bricks and the pavers and the wood, you've got lots of stuff to work with. It's just a matter of getting it all ripped apart and making it
right.
usable.
Yeah, and that's what I was hoping to avoid because I really don't want to tear it down because of how much work that is. And then you have to rebuild a new one. So
Yeah.
I was
Jan
I was
says it would be
hoping,
perfect for a coop. She likes your
yes.
idea.
So I'm really hoping that I can get some good feedback from people that will help me give me some ideas if it's safe enough to not have to tear down, because obviously I would love to tear the thing down and burn it, but financially
Mm.
it's just one of those things that if I can salvage it, then I need to do that. And I will, whatever I do, I will be giving you updates, and I'll probably do lives showing you the process on how I'm getting this done so that I can finally get chickens.
Yeah, well, definitely be interesting
Yeah.
watching how it goes.
And I think this is a decent amount of space for the run. So wherever the coop is, I have to have a run.
Yeah.
So if I have one in there, I can always put a run out here. Well, that's my well. So I can't come out too far. And I have so much water. I am overflowing with water, literally. There's so much water, it's coming up the well. So, and there's my
Yeah.
garlic. I didn't have
Jan
a gar.
says use some of the wood that you have there to reinforce some of the weak spots on the inside.
Yeah, so that's what I was hoping is if it's like safe enough to do that, that's what I was really hoping that it's good. But I don't know anything about construction, so I don't know if it's safe or if it's not. But I had no place to plant anything in the fall when I moved here, so I planted garlic by the well. So I don't know if you can see it, but I got some garlic growing
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So here's a different view of the space that I would have for a run. Is this big enough for a run?
I would think so.
That tree is going probably tomorrow. I'm cutting it down myself.
Okay.
So I'll have all that extra space there.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I need to know is, how big of a run do you need? Because I want to make
Well,
sure that before I get chickens, I want to make sure they have a secure coop and they have a really good run that gives them enough space. Because I've never had chickens, so I don't know.
yeah.
I'm
Jan
just
says
learning.
definitely big enough.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Jan. You're saving me money. So I like Jan's ideas. And then I do also have that option to go sideways out the hole in the wall. So I could always put the run over here behind the pool.
To put what behind the pool? Your run?
Yeah, so I could put a run here. Like once I clean all this out, I could put a run out here, or I could put it on the other side. I just want to make sure they have enough space.
Hey, Bushcraft.
Hey, Robert Charles, welcome in.
We're checking
So,
out. You should maybe do another walkthrough just to let Bushcraft see what you're
okay.
working with and show the top of that tin roof again because somebody said keep the tin roof.
Yeah, so most of it looks good. It's just that
It's just
it was
rusted.
it was very very windy, so the wind pulled one section up because it was windy. Okay, well I'm short. Sorry, I can't, I can't get that part, but let me go over here. So that's the roof, and then this here is the inside. Be very careful. You don't want to trip and fall. So the foundation is actually looks pretty rotted, but the floor itself is solid wood, so there's no plywood. Okay. Yeah, you do have to be careful because this happens. So we do have some flooring that's not very good, but for the most part, it's not bad. I don't think. So for anyone that's new, this is the pool house. It was moved on a hill. It wasn't built here. They moved it here and put it right on the cliff. And it's falling. But apparently I should get at least another 1 to 2 years out of it. So I need chickens and I have to have a coop and a run before I get them. But I'm on a budget of no money. So I have to try and find a way to have a coop and a run without spending money or a tiny, tiny bit of money. So my thought was to build a coop inside of here. I'm not fixing this because it's not worth putting money into to fix it. But I thought if I put 2x4 wall framing up somewhere in the middle or towards the back or something in here, then I could cover it with 1/4-inch galvanized steel hardware cloth to secure it. And so the coop would actually be inside of here. So maybe like go like this, make like a big square in the middle here, as big as I can, so that it'll protect them from predators. And then that way, when I do move, I can just dismantle it and I can take it with me and reuse the material. So if you hear squealing, I keep stepping on this. So, but I tried very hard. I always try to make sure no matter what I do, it's movable because I don't like leaving stuff when I move because then I have to build it again. So I want to make sure whatever I do is cost effective and also is something that I can take with me when I move. And that door does not open or shut. So does not have a secure door. However, I could always just build a door that I could attach on here, maybe put some wood down there to seal it off, and then I could build a door that opens the other way so that I don't have to spend money trying to fix this thing. So those are just some of my thoughts, but I don't do building. I have no knowledge of building other than what I've learned at the other house from helping to build the odd things.
Jennifer,
So,
you need to go out and show Jan the view out the back window.
the broken window.
Yeah, yeah, out the back window down to the creek, so
Okay,
she can
so
see what you're
here
looking at back there. Yeah.
we have a lovely broken window that I'm not fixing. And so we have junk that's holding up the shed from falling down the cliff. But we do have an iron gate that I could probably use for something. There is 3 bicycles, so I don't know, maybe the wheels I could repurpose, I don't know, for something. Um,
Crazy.
and I don't know if you can see it, but the brook is right down there. It is
Yeah.
right there. And
All
then
right,
I
so
can
we're
show you.
almost to an hour.
Okay. So which one did Karen want?
I don't know that she ever said. Did you ever say which set of seeds you wanted, Karen?
Oh, this here I'm gonna put in my garden as a trellis for something.
Oh,
Probably
good idea.
some peas or something. And then, okay, so this is behind. So there are 3 broken air mattresses that could be washed and used for flooring instead of buying linoleum. That's my thought. because it's a lot easier to clean than like scrubbing the wooden floor. So I can use that. And what do we have here? There's some metal pipes from the basketball net, which is right here. It's a portable one, so you might be able to use that for something. But all this junk is actually holding it from falling down the hill. That's the hill. And that's
Yeah.
the waterfall.
So yeah. Let me move
And
down.
there's already a hole in the wall if I wanted to put the run there.
Karen said card 2.
Okay, I'll have to go back in the video, but let me see. I think card number 2 is the habanero. And
Yeah, I don't remember. I think
I'll go
so.
back in the video. So
Okay.
there are antlers. If anyone's interested, I will happily sell them to raise money for building my coop. And it's a 2-pack. It comes with these lovely antlers with the skull attached.
Okay, so are we ready to do giveaway number 2? And then we'll have to get going.
And the only other thing that I could probably sell on eBay is the Pinto antique car part things, decals. And these come in his and hers with a matching part from the inside of the car as well.
All right, let's do this other giveaway. Let me go ahead and start.
I know you can't see it, but I'm picking all the picker bushes off my clothes. I am covered in those pickers. They are taller than I am.
Oh,
How
Jennifer
did I
wins
win
again.
2 times and I didn't even enter?
Let me hide that. Let me go back here and we'll do it again.
Yeah, I'm
Jennifer's
not.
not allowed to win.
I do love my seeds.
Come on, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, yay!
Congratulations! You are a double winner. So I will send your
Awesome.
seeds with your other seeds.
Perfect.
Congratulations.
I need all the seeds I can get for sure.
I know, you poor thing. I would have mailed all my seeds to myself at the US address, and then I would have had seeds.
All right. Well, I'm going to go and see what I can do to try to fix this computer, if I can fix this computer. It is overheating like crazy. So,
Is it your fan? Because let me tell you, I have about 5 old laptops in a bin because
yeah.
not one of them turned on, and it was always the same thing. The fan went, and without the fan, I can't turn it on. So,
Yeah. Well, I actually had the back off just before our live and cleaned the fans, and it seemed to
oh,
help, but it's not really helping. Once I start trying to do anything, it just starts going crazy again. And so,
oh, a
anyway,
little
I'll turn
sneak
this on
peek
for a minute.
for those
And
who
if I
haven't
lock
seen.
up,
So,
if I lock up, I lock up. So,
oh. Well, thank
and
you so much to everyone that came in. We appreciate you coming to our test live and trying out the giveaway tool and all that fun stuff. So, if you haven't seen, there's a little sneak peek. I have my lovely Costco hammock chair that I will be sitting in the sun as soon as the live is over. Oh, if you have not seen these, they are awesome and they swing. And
oh
I
no,
have to fix my swing. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to be sitting here enjoying the sun before it goes down.
beautiful.
So
Okay.
thank you
And one
so
of these
much,
days we'll do
everyone.
a live where I'm actually out in my yard, and we'll show you around some of the projects we have going on here. So that
Yes.
yeah, next Saturday and the Saturday after are going to be at a different time because I had previous engagements for those 2 days. If I might get out of them, I don't know. I might be able to find a sub, but so far I'm not having any luck with that. But we'll still have on Saturday, and then we'll come back to our regular time, which is 1:15 Pacific, 5:15 over there in the Atlantic, and somewhere in between there for the rest of the country.
And it will be a different location. So if you
And
would
yeah,
like to if you'd like to help us with our watch hours and support our channels, please come on in. And if you're not interested, that's okay. You can always just let it play, and that helps us too.
yeah, absolutely. And come back for the replays, come back for the giveaways, and we will just keep having fun. Have yourself a great day.
Thanks so much. See you
See
later.
you soon.